Hey there, it's the Major of all Majors, Yoshi, the Major, and today, on October the 17th, so as of recording this, that was yesterday, but as you guys are seeing it, that was 4 days ago. The Windows 10 Fall Creators Update has come out with several different changes, and I'm going to go over them in this video. So you guys can see, should I update, should I not, is it worth it, do I waste the $20 a month I'm paying for my hotspot for only 7 gigs? But yeah, let's get into it. So our first change we have is one that we both are going to notice. It is going to be our new notification layout, and whenever I was doing research, I could not find anything about it, so I think I'm actually the first source, or it could just be that I haven't used the newer versions of Windows 10 because I'm still in the first build on my desktop. Our next change is going to be with Cortana, but I cannot demonstrate this. Our next change is with Cortana, and even though I've got an iPhone, I can still explain what should happen. So, by installing Cortana on your Android device, whenever you get a call on your Android device, you will be able to answer it, decline it, and send text messages through your computer, which is pretty neat if you ask me. The next feature you're going to see is with Edge. Actually, there are several different changes with Edge. Edge now gives you renameable bookmarks. Well, actually, I don't know if that was in there before because I don't use Edge. Edge also gives you the ability to pin websites to your taskbar and to your start menu. That is if you're using the Windows 10 thing, not like a classic shell or any modifications to that. Edge also supposedly has more reliable control copy, control paste, more reliability in that factor. It supposedly also loads faster web pages faster, which I'll be testing that later on. So there is full screen functionality, which is something that has been, I don't necessarily requested for because I don't think anybody uses Microsoft Edge. But for those of you who use it, first of all, props to you for actually tolerating it. Second of all, Microsoft's own Internet Explorer, Google Chrome, Firefox, I'm pretty sure Opera, you name it, it's got full screen integration. So, about time, Microsoft. Our next change is going to be with the Task Manager. Our next change is in the Task Manager, and when you open it up and go to more details, you'll be able to see GPU usage. So that means if you've got integrated graphics, or you're like me and you use a GT 730, you can see what is using up your GPU. Though, I'm pretty sure your GT 730 isn't going to be compatible with the newest version of Windows, that is. Our next feature we have is My People. So that means that there's going to be a new button over by your notification center. There will be pin suggestions when you first click on it. If you click on Find and Pin Contacts, it'll show you all of your contacts. And you can pin any ones you want, and you can have Skype conversations with them, email them, have people interactions. I don't know how that works, though. In the future, I'm not sure how it is for now, but in the future, there are going to be more apps supported. So, in theory, Discord, maybe TeamSpeak. The next one is a few aesthetic changes. So the Bluetooth devices icon got a distinct change from a darker blue, like a dark blue, to a light blue. If you open up the notification center, it's got a more acrylic look, And while we're over at the notification center, you can see like what's paired to your device. You can see what device or devices are connected. That there's also an acrylic look there. Our next feature that all of our teenagers are going to love: emojis and a useful shortcut. Yes, there's a new emoji, and there's and how you access the emojis is by doing the Windows key and period, or Windows key and semicolon. So there's still no taskbar thing. There's still no taskbar thing to pull it up, kind of like the on-screen keyboard if you've got a touch device, and sometimes your laptop as well, because my laptop isn't touch and it didn't have it up for this recording, but it did have it up. Next, we've got headphone and sound improvements. I wasn't necessarily able to test this entirely, because when I did try to test it, it was inside of a virtual machine, and yeah, it thinks it's passing through speakers. Yeah. It thinks it's passing through speakers, and that can get a bit annoying instead of actually using a headset. But I'm going to read off of The Verge. If you use headphones a lot with your Windows 10 PC, then they'll be a lot easier to manage with the Fall Creators Update. You can now right-click on the sound icon in the notification area and enable Sonic, a spatial sound feature that supports surround sound in Dolby Atmos. The new volume mixer also supports the ability to control individual app volume for universal Windows apps, which is useful if you want to play music for Groove Music or Microsoft Edge in the background at a slightly lower than the system volume for gaming. Which I'm pretty sure the volume mixer was supposed to do that anyway. So I don't know about that one, but maybe it does it better, which could be the reason why it didn't work very well in my testing. Okay, this final change kind of goes hand in hand with the people integration in the taskbar. There is there's easier communications with Skype. On the screen, you'll see me basically communicating with Ella and my other Skype accounts. The only reason I've got two is because I've got a Microsoft account. And now you can hear my laptop. Yay. But you can see there will be easier communication. I wasn't necessarily able to get voice chat working, which I'm probably going to get working soon. So sending files does actually work, given that it's basically just Skype integrated. But yeah, that's gonna do it for this video. Hopefully you guys did enjoy. Be sure to like, subscribe, comment, all that awesome stuff you guys love to do. And yeah, I'll be sure to see you guys in the next video. Goodbye.